Especially at the amateur level, they give it all they got.
Brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com is scheduled for 3 rounds of the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet tall and he weighed in officially at 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of San Luis Potosí, Mexico, today he makes his amateur debut. Here is Carlos Melendez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Banning, California, today he too makes his amateur debut. This is Cristian Reynoso Garcia. Your referee in charge, Ryan Thompson.
Ryan Thompson back with another assignment. Man, I didn't realize that Carlos is this tall, 6 foot for a 145 division. That's pretty tall.
Yeah, pretty muscular too.
Oh, good knees from these guys are. Oh yeah, this is quick fight.
Yeah, you'll see these tie-ups happen often when you get 2 aggressive guys coming after each other. They end up both throwing punches at the same time and just wrapping up.
Especially at the amateur level, you know, it's hard to gauge the distance and gauge the range, especially on the cage. It feels safer, you know. It's scary, right? We're in a fight, but it feels safer being on the cage. You feel like you're not in much danger, and you're kind of just waiting for the opportunity for you to do something.
Yeah, Melendez able to use it. That big, strong frame. You can tell just with those double underhooks and him being taller, he's keeping Cristian just kind of off balance. You can see kind of a weird tilt in his shoulders.
It looks like Carl's got double unders. See if he can do something with this. Maybe cause a trip or...
Yeah, they could probably even break this up. Not a lot has happened.
Yeah, that's a big overhand strike. Barely missed.
It's funny, Melendez, you can almost tell it's his first fight. You see, he doesn't really know how to use his range very well. And, like, that's one thing you can figure out in the gym, I suppose. But, like, once the gloves are smaller and the punches are a lot more dangerous, it just changes tremendously. So I think this is one of those things where he needs to learn how to use his range and height in the cage, because he's not really throwing a lot of jabs. Notice Cristian has that left side underhook, so Melendez was not able to have a lot of success in his takedown attempts here in the over-under.
And usually it'd be good for Cristian, especially against a taller fighter, to be in this range, but you can kind of see that he's not as comfortable also being in this clinch position. It seems like he's a little not sure what he wants to do in the clinch.
All right, so of all rounds to judge tonight, this has been by far the hardest one because nothing really happened. So when there's no damage, so it's like damage, effective grappling and striking, and then like cage control. So I think the cage control factor actually may have come into play here, and if that's the case, Melendez had a little more cage pressure with that body lock. So I think he won that round, but there's really no telling. I mean, that was a crazy pace, but again, like truly nothing landed. on either end. No takedowns, no real punches or kicks.
Right, so then it makes, we're making the judge's job way harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and like you said, cage control is probably the next criteria. If there's no damage, if there's no other scenarios, and you know, Carlos was holding him up against the cage pretty much the entire.
That was kind of the extent of exactly the story for round one.
And like we talk about visualizing. You know, if the judges are watching and seeing you put the pressure on the guy in the cage, most likely they'll probably end up giving the guy that, you know, was putting the pressure the round.
Yeah.
That's just kind of where we kind of need to fix the MMA scoring criteria a little bit, just to kind of give us a better idea of what we're working with. Oh, good.
Nice.
Oh, those are big shots. Big shots from Cristian. Fires back. Okay, first action. First little grappling exchange here. Off wad exchanges. Carlos in this side control position, looking to get a better position.
Yeah, both guys just were throwing frantically. Cristian just got kind of tied up throwing a kick from too close and ended up getting taken down.
Cristian using a lot of strength on the ground. You can tell grappling might not be what he was looking for this fight. He needs to kind of just work to get on the hip, try to get back and recover at least half guard and, you know, ideally full guard. But Carlos is doing a good job just keeping good control, staying in that side control position. I'd like to see him either maybe, there you go, switch to a different position, maybe throw some strikes and allow him to, there you go, get to mount position where it's a lot more dominant than just hanging in side control.
You're looking for a head and arm choke. It's Melendez. A lot of pressure here from the mount from Melendez. Got to be careful with that right arm not to allow Melendez to trap it to the inside because he's looking for the head and arm choke.
Oh, definitely. Melendez is doing a good job being patient, kind of working and waiting to get that position secured. But I'd like to see it just a little more, a couple punches, maybe make him have to move a little bit. Then you can go for your head and arm choke. Then you can go for your other submissions off of the movement from the bottom guy. But it's hard to throw up submissions when, you know, someone's just kind of just laying there and just kind of playing,
Nice, and he's fine. I mean, he's finding it. Oh wow, big right hook. He's got to really try to avoid this tie-up.
Yep, 100%. This tie-up is not his friend right now. There it is. Way to break off a little bit, but like you said, at the amateur level, it's almost hard. You know, you're not really as comfortable. You kind of, you know, you need to land punches, but you want to stay in the clean.
Yeah.
Safe. So
looking for a guillotine here is Melendez.
He's got those long arms too.
Just looking for a standing anaconda choke. That's going to be really hard to pull off. And he's got a strong front headlock. Yeah, one thing Cristian can do is pull his head out. He can either pummel the back of his head to the other side of the body of Melendez, or just straight up hand fight and get out. Yeah, I mean, clearing the head was the best route to take in that front headlock position.
Yeah, Cristian's going to have to use all his energy as can to get off this cage and get back to striking and get back to trying to land that big home run shot.
Well, what's funny is Melendez also can't fight as if he's got the fight won. You know, he's going to have to at least win round 3.
Definitely. Oh, here he goes again with the front choke.
He's got to fight hands. This Cristian, he didn't address those hands. This is a super deep high elbow guillotine.
He's got the choke. He's got the choke. Let's see.
He can spin too if he needs to. There's the tap. A standing guillotine there from Melendez.
Way to finish from Melendez. That's what you want to see, especially in a super close fight, super close decision. Not really sure if you won the round 1, knowing you won round 2, but not even leaving it to the judges. Let's get a finish. Let's go home and let's secure that dub. Great on Melendez. Really great on Melendez there. That's a really good fight for Melendez. Let's see where he goes from there. A 6'4", 145-pound fighter. It's very rare. He's very tall. First time fighting at 145, and I think he looked very, very clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 1 minute, 57 seconds into the third and final round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to a guillotine, Carlos Melendez.
His first time being in the cage, you know, and he hit me hard, man. I don't know why he hit me so hard, man. I feel bullied right now. He's like older than me, man. I'm like 18, bro.
Hey, man, that's the objective. So it did seem like you had the ground advantage. You really found, you know, the mount in round 2 was getting the submission win, you know, the game plan from the start.
I kind of forgot what I was supposed to do, man. I just kind of got here. No, I'm playing. I was going to attempt a submission on the ground, but I'm still getting used to the grease and all that. I was like, man, he's slippery. So if I found it hard in round 2, but when we were in the cage, he kept ducking his head down, and so I was like, all right, he's gonna do it again. I might slip the ghillie in, you know. So
yeah, I'm a guillotine fan myself. You found the guillotine and you got it standing up, which is a rare finish. Congratulations, your winner, Carlos Melendez.